In April 2026, Anthropic produced a new artificial intelligence model, but instead of releasing it to the public, they locked it away. Operating under the internal codename Capybara, this model, now known as Claude Mythos, was built at a massive scale, utilizing an estimated 10 trillion parameters and a 1 million token context window. During internal testing, Anthropic researchers observed a startling emergent capability. The model could autonomously hunt down and chain together legacy, zero-day vulnerabilities across major operating systems. It successfully uncovered a 27-year-old foundational bug in OpenBSD, an operating system explicitly known for its rigorous security hardening, and found a 16-year-old vulnerability in FFmpeg's H.264 codec. By scaling a model to achieve this level of logical reasoning, the industry inadvertently birthed a system capable of dismantling legacy internet infrastructure from the inside out. That capability triggered a strict regulatory mechanism known as the ASL3 deployment block. Anthropic's responsible scaling policy dictates that any system providing meaningful, autonomous uplift to threat actors in biological or cybersecurity domains must be restricted from public use. Tracking SWE bench scores from 2023 through early 2026, we see a steady climb as models incrementally improved at software tasks. Then comes the sudden spike of Claude Mythos. Its performance leaps vertically, immediately triggering the ASL3 deployment block. Anthropic faced a stark trade-off. They sacrificed immense public market dominance to quarantine the model within a closed defensive consortium known as Project Glasswing. For the first time in the generative AI boom, the most capable system on Earth was deemed too dangerous for the open market. Because Mythos is locked away, developers and integrators must evaluate the options they can actually access, the latest public offerings from OpenAI and Google. This chart gives us a side-by-side comparison of GPT 5.4 and Gemini 3.1 Pro, tracking their SW bench verified scores, contact windows, and output pricing. GPT 5.4 provides top-tier agentic execution and complex multimodal reasoning. It dominates in terminal environments and multi-step tool use. You pay a steep premium for that depth, up to $15 per million output tokens, and endure higher latency for the deep thinking overhead required. Gemini 3.1 Pro offers a 2 million token contact window, processing massive datasets and long-form video at extreme speeds for less money. To get that scale and speed, you sacrifice the highest levels of coding autonomy and complex step-by-step reasoning that GPT provides. The 2026 public market forces integrators to make a hard choice: pay a premium for deep reasoning with GPT or optimize for massive data ingestion with Gemini. Knowing the limits of public models reveals why the restricted capabilities of Mythos are so advanced. This chart shows Mythos hitting a staggering 93.9% on SWE bench verified, completely dwarfing the scores of GPT 5.4 and Gemini 3.1 Pro. This score reflects a shift from code completion to autonomous multi-step problem-solving without human intervention. This includes exploit chaining. The model finds multiple isolated software weaknesses and links them sequentially to trigger a massive structural failure. Because it can weaponize code entirely on its own, utilizing Mythos requires highly monitored sandboxes and strict access controls via Project Glasswing. The benchmark data confirms that AI has officially surpassed human capability in executing highly complex, autonomous engineering and exploitation workflows. These benchmarks reveal a risk to global digital infrastructure that hardware and human oversight are no longer equipped to manage. We are watching the evaporation of the technical moat. Deep human expertise is no longer a prerequisite for launching a devastating cyber attack. Vulnerabilities that survived decades of rigorous human review and millions of automated tests are now being exposed by AI in seconds. Because critical infrastructure like power grids and banking systems rely on these same legacy codebases and unpatched kernels, a single autonomous exploit can jump from a web browser to a control network. A model with this level of autonomy shifts the timeline of digital warfare, dragging us from human speed defense into machine speed attacks. The speed of these autonomous attacks makes manual, human-driven defense physically impossible. In the wake of the Mythos leak, different sectors of the tech industry require specific, immediate survival strategies. This chart maps our options, plotting current software security posture against the urgency to adapt to AI agents. Enterprise and security leaders cannot afford to ignore the capabilities Mythos just demonstrated. You must aggressively invest your budgets into zero-trust architecture and AI-driven defense immediately, or face catastrophic automated breaches. For developers and product builders, waiting for Mythos-level capabilities to reach the public market will put you behind. You need to build your agentic workflows today using commercially available models like GPT 5.4 or Gemini 3.1 Pro to maintain your competitive shipping momentum. The tools to break the internet have been successfully automated. The only race that matters now is the global effort to automate the shield.